Hi everyone, this is Lorraine and this is Felix, and today we are going to do our 3-week update. You awake now? So this past week I've been baby wearing a lot. I'm baby wearing right now. I have two favorite items that I like to use, two different carriers. One of which is the Sully baby wrap, which I'm wearing right at the moment. I have the striped one that I'm wearing. And I have a light gray one. It's just a long piece of fabric that you wrap around your body, and it seems very complex at first, but once you watch like the YouTube video on how to wear it and how to put it on, it's easy. It's super easy. You just have to practice like 2 or 3 times, and then you're like, I got this, I got this. And the part of it is putting it on tight enough, because you get nervous that you don't necessarily have it on tight enough. So then you're like, is the baby gonna fall out? I still find myself kind of using my hands when I bend over or anything just to make sure that it's tight enough. But baby wearing is essential for me. So I've got the Sully baby wrap, and then my other favorite one is the Baby Bjorn original carrier. I like to have a structured carrier, especially when I go out and I want to just throw one on right away. Like if I need to go to the grocery store or to any kind of store like that, which means that I ventured out on my own with my son. And it's just nice to have that structured carrier that's simple and easy to just snap on, and you don't have to worry at all, especially when you have another little child that you need to really watch because he's mobile. So I've been baby wearing. I love baby wearing. It allows the baby to sleep on you, which they sleep really, really well when they're on you. But it also allows you to be hands-free. So if for some reason your baby doesn't like to sleep on their own, like on a mattress, or like on a crib mattress obviously, or in a bassinet or in anything like that, you can baby wear and they smell you and feel you and they fall asleep on you, but you can use your hands. This baby, I can still get him to like lay down in a bassinet or on the crib or in my bed or somewhere, and he will sleep for the most part. So I can still get this baby to sleep in different places without me, but whenever I had Graham, he would only sleep on me. And if I didn't baby wear with him, I would have driven myself crazy because he needed to be on me at all times. Like I could never put him down. So it kept my sanity. So we ventured out of the house, just my 2 children and I, without my husband. We'd already done it with my husband. But I find now that going out with both of them, it's just so much easier to throw on my Baby Bjorn carrier and go into like the grocery store or go into Target or anything like that, just because then I can have like a cart that I'm able to put things in, and I can have my child that is mobile closer to me, and I don't have to worry about a stroller or anything like that. Still like to have a stroller. If I run into a store or something that I know I'm not gonna get anything, I can still place things underneath the stroller, but realistically, the baby carrier is a lot easier. The only nice thing with the stroller though is if you have your handbag, it attaches to the stroller. But if you go into a store that you're going to have a big cart, you can put that in there too. So I don't know, I just really like baby wearing, especially to be a hands-free, and yeah. Today he's a little bit fussy, and he wasn't wanting to fall asleep. And so in desperate times like that, the baby carrier is nice because I just walk around a little bit, like start doing some laundry with him in it, and then he falls asleep. It seems to like calm him down and soothe him, and it's just so nice. But most days I'm able to just put him get him to fall asleep, and then I put him down in his crib or a bassinet or something along those lines. But there have been a couple days this week where he's been a little bit fussy, and I know it has to do kind of with what I ate. I had some spicy, can't have spicy since I'm breastfeeding. You have to be careful when you're breastfeeding to watch what you're eating, because sometimes it affects the baby. So now I know that I cannot have anything spicy. I had spicy red curry, and that did not go over too well with him. So the next day his stomach was obviously bothering him. He was very fussy. Actually for like 2 days after that he was pretty fussy. So I can't have any spicy food, and I cannot have milk. And I thought the red curry might be okay because it was like coconut milk, but I think the spiciness was just a little bit too much. So I gotta be careful with what I eat. So baby wearing is nice also for when you have a fussy baby and you can't really calm them down, and they just, you know, for whatever reason, maybe their stomach's bothering them or whatever, them being close to you and on you, something about that just kind of calms them down and just, you know, helps them fall asleep, and all is good in the world then. As far as Felix goes as well, couple new things. He is holding his head up a lot better this week. Not that he couldn't when he like came straight out of the womb, he could, but it just seems like he's holding his head up a lot better. I don't know. So it just seems like it's a lot more stable now. It's not like completely stable yet. He's still a newborn baby, but it's getting really, really good. Graham had a really strong neck, like right out of the womb, where he like could hold his head up really well. His was a little bit more wobbly. So now it's like, it seems pretty strong and secure at this point. So he's been holding up his head very, very nicely. He has been staying awake for longer periods of time now, and like staring into my eyes or staring off at different things. Babies like to stare off at things and you don't know what they're looking at. Maybe they're just pooping and they're concentrating on something on the wall. You never know, but he's been staying awake a lot more. He sleeps a lot, but he's been staying awake for longer periods of time. I haven't really done any kind of tummy time with him yet, just because I don't think he's, not necessarily like tummy time. He does do tummy time like on me and things like that, but not on a mat or anything. I just don't think he's that interested in doing that yet. Graham would stay awake all of the time, so I did tummy time with him pretty much right away, and he seemed to enjoy it. This baby, I just can tell that he's not quite into it yet. Babies don't really need any toys or anything at this point in time, not necessarily. So yeah, whatever. He developed baby acne this week. I hate baby acne so much. It makes you sad. It makes you feel like you did something to create it, even though I know I didn't do anything, because Graham had baby acne too. But it seems like it's kind of bad, and I've kind of just tried to wipe his face off a little bit, and I put a couple different creams on his face, but then his face will look like more red. So I'm like, I don't know if I should put cream on it, just leave it alone. But he has baby acne this week. I know it won't last forever, but it still kind of makes you sad that he gets that. I feel like he's gotten a lot bigger this week, although we haven't changed like his size-wise of anything quite yet. He still wears newborn diapers, definitely newborn pants. He can wear some 0 to 3 months onesies, because that's all I put him in, is onesies, and rompers. He can wear some depending on the brand, but he still primarily is newborn size in those things as well. But I swear he looks like he's gotten a little bit bigger. Also, his eyelashes seem to have gotten a little bit longer. I don't know. They just look like all of a sudden they grew like just a nice amount. Whereas before they were kind of there, but now they seem to have blossomed beautifully. So I'm into that. He also started cooing this week. Maybe like twice a day he'll do a coo sound, which is the most precious sound in the entire world. But I can't wait till he starts cooing all the time. I forgot how cute that sounds when they coo. It's like, talk to me now, baby. It's like, coo, coo. Coo. I love it. I love it. And then after you talk to him, after he coos at you, it almost seems like it makes him really happy. I don't know, it's so weird, but it seems like it makes him like genuinely happy to hear you communicate with him. So cool. But yeah, so he started cooing this week. He still is sleeping the same amount at nighttime, waking up a couple times to feed. I change his diaper when he wakes up, and then I feed him and he seems to fall right back asleep. So I've gotten really lucky with that. I always say that I breastfeed because it's probably the easiest thing to do for me. I feel like it's the laziest thing to do too. That's why I co-sleep. It's because, you know, you can just feed the baby and they go right back to sleep. But I think it's just so lazy. But that's why I co-sleep and everything. It's just because it's lazy. So I don't know if you can see. Has a little bit of acne. I changed his diaper, which he doesn't necessarily like. But I just remembered that I thought about how many diapers I'd used in the first, to the point where he was 3 weeks old exactly. I used 2 boxes, which were 80 diapers each, and 3 packs that were 20-some diapers each. So 160. Hi, he almost did like a real coo. Coo, I like your coos. Can you do a coo for me? Can you do a coo for me? Coo. Coo. Oh, that's okay. Next time. So 160, 180, 200, almost 220 diapers. Probably 220 diapers in the first 21 days. So like about 10 to 12 diapers a day. 10 to 12 diapers a day. Does that sound about right? I think so. I think so. You want to change your diaper now? You want to change your diaper now? We got my diapers and my wipes. I use water wipes. I don't know how many wipes I've gone through, but at least a pretty decent amount. I use at least 2 every time. Every time I wipe him, which is probably more than you really need. You could probably use just 1, but that was like a coo. Ooh. Ooh. Can you talk to me? Can you talk to me? Like, nope. Okay, let's change your diaper. Shirt is goat milk. This is 0 to 3 months size. And his pants are Old Navy, newborn size. Sounds like you're trying. It sounds like you're trying. Okay, I'll just change your diaper. I heard a little one. I want a big one. You can talk to me later. It's fine. We got our whole lives. We got our whole lives together, buddy. Love you too. As far as I go postpartum, my boobs started finally leaking this week. I thought maybe they weren't going to leak. So I have had to use my breast pads, the Bam Booby. I think that's what they're called, Bam Booby breast pads. These ones were my favorite, and they work out really great. They wash really beautifully. They're just really nice, but my boobs have started to leak this past week. So they just like pour out milk. I'll get up in the middle of the night and I'll be changing the baby's diaper. And and it's like milk starts pouring out on the floor. So I think maybe I should start actually pumping soon. But I think then that will produce a lot more milk. But I've had to wear breast pads because of the leakage that has happened. I haven't worn my belly band at all this past week. I just haven't. I feel like my body's kind of shrunk in a way, but then the fat on it now seems a little bit more droopy. So it's kind of an odd situation going on with my body. So I really would like to lose weight at this point. But I haven't done anything still because one day my husband and I and our 2 children, we went to the mall and I walked around, and the next, maybe that night or something, I started bleeding again. I hadn't been bleeding, but I just knew that I overdid it with like just walking around the mall. So I'm not ready to do any kind of form of exercise or anything like that yet. So I can't wait till I'm ready to do that, but my body, it's telling me it's not ready. It's not ready. Wasn't a crazy amount of blood or anything like that, but it did experience bleeding this past week. For the most part, it's gone away though, so I haven't really worn any pads or anything this past week, other than that day that after I went to the mall. But I just still need to take it easy a little bit. Still healing. I'll show you my body now. But that is it. So if you have any questions, feel free to post them below, and I will see you all next time with another video. Yesterday was the day I was planning on filming the video with my husband because he was off of work, and then that morning I broke that camera, so we had to go out that night and buy another camera, and we never got to film my question video with him. So we'll be filming that hopefully soon. But we just haven't had a chance to sit down and do it because I broke my camera. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you soon with another video. Goodbye.